a history museum. Where 1,500-year-old artifacts of Silla are sleeping, there lies a dazzling golden dagger. The dagger gained attention for its exotic decorations, but nothing is known about who it belonged to or where it was made. How did this mysterious golden dagger end up in a Silla tomb? Taedongwon Tomb Complex in Gyeongju is where all the kings of Silla are laid to rest. But another tomb was found by chance in Gaerimlo nearby. Gaerimlo tomb number 14 was just a small tomb from the early 6th century, which was discovered by chance during some road maintenance work. It was at this tomb that unprecedented artifacts were discovered. What gained the most attention was the golden dagger, which was laid by the waist of the buried. The 30-centimeter long sword was very decorative, with several jewels overlaid on gold. It stood out with its red jewels and exotic patterns inlaid with glass. It was a masterpiece with exquisite craftsmanship at the highest level, a unique artifact that no one imagined existed had come out into the world. The gold sword was a mystery. Nothing of its kind had ever been found in Silla. There was no clue regarding its origins. We decided to track down similar artifacts around the world. The Kizil caves of the Kucha Kingdom in Central Asia are famous for its ancient murals. At Tomb 69, we found a painting of a person with a dagger similar to Shilla's golden dagger. Going a little more west along the Silk Road, a similar sword was also found in Kazakhstan, but the ornaments of the Borovoe dagger only partially remained. Shilla's golden dagger was a rare masterpiece without parallel. Shilla's golden dagger is the only example of a perfectly preserved dagger. But why is the dagger found in a Silla tomb so similar to the ones found in the northern plains? Could the person buried in the tomb have been from the northern plains? Or could a foreigner have brought the golden dagger to Silla? Gaerimlo tomb number 14 is a relatively small tomb, but the artifacts found inside are of the best quality. The person who was laid to rest in this tomb with splendid artifacts and a golden dagger was most definitely of the upper class. With the exception of the golden dagger, the rest of the artifacts belonged to Silla. The tomb itself was also in the typical style of a Silla tomb, so even if the golden dagger was a foreign import, the person buried was not a foreigner. Then, who was this person with the golden dagger? Chuamdong ancient tombs in Donghae, Gangwon-do province. The tombs are assumed to be from the early 6th century, and bones from the Silla period were excavated in large amounts. Through an analysis of the human bones, we track the migrations of the ancient people. After extracting and analyzing the DNA, we reached an unexpected conclusion. Surprisingly, the DNA from the Silla bones were a near match to the DNA from the northern nomads found in western Mongolia. DNA confirmed the similarities with the northern nomads. We can assume that Shilla's golden dagger was proof of interchanges with the northern nomads hundreds of years ago. It is believed that the golden dagger came from a far-off land 1,500 years ago. What is the truth behind the history of this splendid artifact? The journey to unlocking the secret of the Silla golden dagger is not over yet. In August 2004, the greatest artifacts the world has ever seen were found in Bulgaria. It was the discovery of golden relics belonging to the ancient Thracians. Among the lustrous artifacts, ornaments with similar patterns to the mysterious golden dagger of Silla were also found. Could the golden swirl pattern be the key to unlock the secrets of the Silla dagger? In the tombs of King Michu in Gyeongju, a small tomb of ancient Silla was found. Here, a dagger was discovered that captured the attention of archaeologists. It was a golden dagger with exotic and unusual patterns. 40 years have passed since its discovery, but we still do not know who made it or who it belonged to. But we found a clue to the secret of the golden dagger in Bulgaria. Korea and Bulgaria do not have much in common. How could a golden artifact of Silla be linked to ancient Thracia in the East European country of Bulgaria? The Thracian drinking horn, made in the image of animal antlers, is an artifact unique to the nomads who lived in the plains. Similar artifacts were also found in Silla. An ornament that was discovered in Bulgaria, thousands of kilometers away from the Korean peninsula. This also had the same pattern as the Silla dagger. This sheath, made of gold, was presumed to have been made in the 5th century. Surprisingly, a Thracian dagger that was nearly identical to the Silla dagger was also found. Perhaps this Bulgarian dagger was the origin of the Silla dagger. Was the Silla dagger made in or imported from thousands of miles away in Eastern Europe 1,500 years ago? During the 3rd and 6th century, Europe was in turmoil from invasions by the barbarians from the east. The Huns appeared out of nowhere on their horses and started conquering Europe. The culture of the Huns spread throughout Europe. The bronze cauldron is another relic from the Thracian age. This too was extremely similar to a decoration on a Silla artifact. These are ornaments that use the gold filigree method used in the Silla dagger. The artifacts from the Great Migration period set off by the Huns had used similar techniques with the Silla dagger. At the time, there had been trade through the plains, so perhaps the Silla dagger could have come from ancient Thracia. The jewels inlaid in the Silla dagger are garnets, which are produced in Eastern Europe. This jewel had never been used in the Korean peninsula. Looking at the artifacts found in the Eastern Roman region at the time, we can see that the same jewel inlaying techniques were used as the golden dagger. Most of the artifacts were also inlaid with garnets. The garnets and the swirl patterns strongly suggest that the golden dagger was made in the Eastern Roman Empire along the coast of the Black Sea. At the time of the Great Migration through the plains that crossed the East and West, the Huns that had gone to Eastern Europe most likely custom ordered the craftwork from goldsmiths. It is most likely that the Silla dagger was made by a Roman craftsman at the request of an Eastern barbarian. There is more proof that the golden artifacts originated from the Eastern Roman Empire. The Roman glass discovered in the Great Tomb of Hwangnam is similar to the ones found near the Black Sea. This suggests that the ancient civilizations of the Black Sea and Silla were closely connected. The golden dagger shows that Silla and Eastern Europe had formed a culture over the Great Plains 1,500 years ago, as well as the adventurous nature of Silla as they crossed the continent. A country with great history and a golden dagger. Silla was not a tiny country at the end of the world, but a strong state that communicated with the entire world.